Hello.
Oh my God.
Today we're going to do Garudasana. Sorry. Oh, if you were only behind the scene. Okay.
Blooper reel number 1.
Garudasana, which is translated as eagle's pose. It involves crossing of the arms and the legs, and which can be very challenging, opening the hips and opening the shoulders. So we're going to do a little bit of that, and we're going to do it in a couple of different ways. So we're starting out in the chair today, and if you have a chair at home, please grab it. And you're going to sit a little bit closer towards the edge of the chair, so your back's nice and long. And we're going to work on crossing of the legs. So we're going to take a deep breath, and we'll cross our right thigh over our left. Now you're going to walk your left foot over towards the left. And as you walk your left foot over there, see if you can bring your right foot behind your ankle or shin, and then walk that left foot back to neutral. Good. And so this will help to open up the hips and to get that sensation of how the legs would be. The deep bending, the chair is good for emphasizing the deep bending through the hips and the knees in this posture, which is important. Now we're going to take both arms up, and let's play just a moment with just bringing one arm in front, crossing at the elbow. See if you can face your palms towards one another to bring them closer together. Good. And so this is, just playing your edge, and then open them up again, and then switch the other one. Good. And do a couple more of those. Inhaling, open the arms up. Exhaling, bringing the arms together. And just feel a little bit of the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Good. And as you're working with the arms, be aware of your legs, pressing that left foot into the ground, feeling your inner thighs squeeze towards one another. And as you're working with the arms, pull the arm bones back into their sockets and just use the breath. So pulling the arms in towards their sockets, feeling the shoulder blades on their back. Good. And then unwrap the arms for a moment. Good. Let the arms rest down at your side. Let's uncross the legs and go to the other side. And then you're going to walk your right foot over towards the right. See if you can bring that left foot behind. And it can be very challenging. She makes it look so easy, but play with that possibility. And then using the work through the inner thighs, so you're working those adductors so that they will start to squeeze together so the outer hips can start to open. Press into the foot, and then let's go ahead and take left arm underneath this time, right arm on top. Press through the hands, and then this time play with raising the hands up towards the ceiling, pulling the arms into their sockets. Keep reaching. Play with stretching through the elbows as much as you can, and the same as the inner thighs are squeezing, squeeze through the inner arms. Excellent. And then unwrap. Good. And then go ahead and inhale to come up to standing. Good. We'll move the chair to the side. So we'll do a quick demonstration on how you can do this on the floor. And as you could probably pretty much gather that. So we're going to cross the right thigh over the left again. Good. Now even pick up your hips and shimmy them over to your right. Good. Take your left leg over to the left and see if you can squeak that knee in behind you. Good. Play with just drawing the knees in towards the chest with this. Excellent. And then let them come down to the floor. Feet touch. And then up again, just to open those hips. Get the sensation of how the hips bend and open. Beautiful. And know that, you can do this to represent your eagle pose, even though you're not in the full standing pose. Let's go ahead once again and bring the feet down, uncross. Good. Let's recross. So cross the left thigh over the right, shimmy the hips to the left, walk the feet over to the right. Yep, bring that left foot underneath and then bring the legs back to center. So this is going to feel a little bit different, and what's nice about this is that our bodies will compensate when we stand or when we sit. The spine will round, and so the floor, the ground helps to keep that spine nice and long. And once again, you can even play with straightening the knees a little bit so you can start to simulate a standing posture with this through the legs. Let's go ahead and interlace the arms with this as well. So let's see, the right arm is going to come on top, left arm underneath. Once again, bring the hands together if you can. That is even challenging, so you can do the best you can, even though she makes it look pretty easy. And then reach the arms, the hands overhead. Excellent. And you can pump the arms here a little bit as well, drawing them in towards your chest. Good. Raising them up overhead again. And this might be where you are in the posture. And that would be good enough. There's your Garudasana. Good, we're going to unwrap the arms. Let's switch over to the opposite side. We're not going to switch the legs at this point. Good. And even if you just practice the arms, it's a good way to open up the chest. Inserting the arms into the sockets, lifting the breastbone, keeping the chin soft, reaching, and using that pumping action of the arms, which is very good for the heart, the lungs, the thyroid, the thymus. Beautiful. And how's your breath? Excellent. And then go ahead and we're going to release, untie all of your knots. Excellent. Draw the knees in towards your chest, maybe roll over onto your side. Good. Come up onto all fours. She was even demonstrating how to cross your knee, like let's take our left knee in front of our right. Good. Spread the feet wider and then pump the hips back between the feet. So this is nice to, once again, pump the legs. Do it a few times. Excellent. And then let's do the other side. And you can even make some hip circles here, because just begin to recognize it's not so much about the posture, but you're trying to create the shape of it. And that's more beneficial of the body to the body than, cramming ourselves into a pose, holding our breath, creating tension. So start to feel something soften and open as you breathe deeply into the posture. And then you're going to unwind. Make your way into downward facing dog. And then walk your feet and hands towards one another. And come up to standing. Good. And so now as you stand, Take and step your feet a little bit wide, about a block length away. Good. Start to bend the knees and get really loose, feel it into the hips, and then see if you can cross your right thigh over your left. It becomes very balance challenging, so that chair could even be kind of helpful at your side if you use it. Now, it's easier to bend, but keep both knees bent so you get that flexibility and hooking the foot around the shin. Take the arms up. So the left arm comes on top, right leg or right arm underneath. Good. And the arms go up, and as you play with the pose, you take a deep breath and maybe sink a little bit deeper if you can, if you choose, but be where you are. She's even got her bootay up against the wall, so that makes it a little bit helpful. And so just play with that until you start to feel the shins are moving in, the outer shins are moving in, the thigh bones feel like they're widening, and plug the arms into their sockets and take a few deep breaths. Excellent. Inhale to straighten up and come out. Good. And the other way to do this, let's try it on the other side. So you can turn in towards a wall, or maybe we'll pull the chair out in front of us instead. So you can use the chair. Good. Fingertips on there. Now bend the knees once again. Good. Now you can turn your hips or turn your knees and hips towards the right. And then cross your right thigh over your left. Is that the same leg, Carrie? No, okay. And then bend the knees. Good. And as you get your knees over there to the side, it might be helpful to help get that foot behind there when your knees are in the same direction as your foot's going. And then you bring the knees back to center. Good. The chair helps to keep that steady balance. Good. Until you feel that you can lighten up, and then we're going to switch arms once again. So now the right arm's going to come on top, left arm underneath. Good. And actually worked out well. This is a pretty nice side view of the tilt of her pelvis, the grounding in through the legs. Her back's nice and strong, and a few deep breaths. Excellent. Inhale and come all the way up to standing. Beautiful. Thank you. Garudasana.